So, hey Pisces, my name is Chris, and this is your beautiful reading for whenever you find it. It's February, beginning of February when I'm recording this, 2026, but it's a timeless reading. There's already a January-February reading, so check that out. I'm going to link this at the end of this video. This is not the Celtic cross, this is just a broader picture reading. Let's just see what comes up. Six of Wands, Victory March, Two of Wands. There's the Seven of Cups. Where do you want to go? And there's the overall energy of the Ten of Pentacles here. So it seems like you have achieved something, right? There's something coming out of it. You immersed yourself in your own creation. You know, that's the Victory March. Very passionate energy, fire energy. You made something happen. Whether it's a big victory, whether it's a small victory, but you totally did something. Ten of Pentacles, the overall energy of this three card row, Two of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So where do you want to go? What do you want to do next? Ten of Pentacles, you've got all the possibilities, you've got a stable foundation. And now is the question, you got the world in your hand, right? What do you do next? You're standing on the tower overlooking the landscape. Which of these cups are you going to choose? And there are cups with snakes, there are cups with dragons, there are cups with ghosts, and I don't know, all sorts of stuff. There's a treasure in here. I would recommend to follow your heart in the sense that you love yourself, make self-love, self-respect, inner peace the basis of your decision, whatever you want to do. Try to focus on what creates happiness, inner peace, stability, right? There's the Ten of Pentacles again. There's the overall energy. Here it is again, right? That's how I do my readings nowadays. Five of Swords, that's the kind of overall energy. So Five of Swords is a dirty fight, but Five of Swords is the ending of a dirty fight. And you get the Victory March here, so you're coming probably from a time where you were pretty much fighting. Pretty hard, pretty dirty, pretty, heavy. Five of Swords energy is over, it's done. You're free, you freed yourself. There's the Victory March, Five of Swords, Six of Wands, right? That's a powerful combination. Where do you want to go now? Which of these cups? You can pick and choose a cup, right? Where do you want to go next? There's the Ten of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles showed up before, kind of as the overall energy of the first three cards. Here it comes again at what is coming next. So, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. That's just coins, right? That's 10 coins. That's the fulfillment of Ten of Pentacles. What cup to choose? Where do you want to go? Well, you follow your heart. You take this role. That's the Knight of Cups telling you to don't make it so much about checking boxes, right? There's reciprocity here. Six of Pentacles. The universe is giving you something back. There's justice, divine balance, all that is coming in. Beautiful, beautiful energies, beautiful readings. The Knight of Cups telling you what cup to choose, and that is the cup that is connected to your heart space, to your feelings, to inner peace, to self-love. Philautia, that's the channel's name. Philautia is that concept of pretty much balance. Six of Pentacles, you got the scales here as a symbol. Not like selfishness and egoism and, that is kind of turning into narcissistic self-love. That would be one extreme. Narcissism, basically. That's the negative self-love. Egoism, right? Egotistic behavior. That's not what we want. But we don't want completely self-annihilation and annihilation through complete one-sided altruism. We don't want that either. So you have to find a balance between egoism, That is, if you use it one-sided, it turns into narcissism and becomes very destructive. You don't want to die on any freaking cross either, right? So one-sided altruism is just as destructive as one-sided egoism. So you need the balance of both. And this is the reminder with the Knight of Cups. Keep it in a balance. Follow your heart. Philautia is that concept to keep that balance between loving yourself. This is where it starts. You have to love yourself in order to... The thing is, you can only love other people. You can only give love, and you can only receive love on the same level on which you are loving yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you can't... I'd say this again and again because it's so freaking important and you can't say it often enough. If you love yourself like here, you can't receive or give love like here, right? So it needs to be in a balance. Give and take, that's the Six of Pentacles, that's the scale, that's the balance, that's Philautia as a concept in combination with this Cups energy. Stuff here, the Seven of Cups, which cup to choose, coming from a place of self-love, self-respect. Yeah. Eight of Wands, Chariot, and the Five of Cups. So, Two of Cups at the kind of overall energy of these three cups. So, when you're coming from a place of self-love, you're coming from a place of forgiving yourself for the mistakes that you've made. The universe in the past, that's the foundation here, very supportive energy, Eight of Cups, the Chariot, right? It doesn't get any more supportive from the universe than the Eight of Cups with the Chariot. So you can mourn all day about the spilled milk, about the three cups that the universe kind of kicked over. And the universe kicked these three cups over because maybe you asked for it, maybe you needed it, maybe there was one of these cups was poisoned. And the other two cups, they weren't poisoned, but they fell as well. So you can mourn that all day long. And you had the Two of Cups as the overall energy. Guess what? There are two cups still standing. So this is past energy. This is nothing to worry about. This is something that happened in the past. But emotionally, you might be still attached to that. But do yourself a favor, make it a practice to release that emotional attachment to whatever happened in your past. Might have been traumatic. Tower. Yeah, center of the reading, that's the Tower. Freeing yourself from something that is just too tight for you. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. So there is a powerful transformation. There is a powerful release, right? You freeing yourself from past energy, you freeing yourself from emotional attachment to traumatic experiences, because these traumatic experiences are holding you back. So right now you achieved something. You got the victory march here, you got the Five of Swords to the Six of Wands, complete victory, right? And now it's the question is, what are you concentrating on? What are you focusing your energy on? What do you want to create for yourself in the here and now, right? Do you want to fight the old system? Or do you want to create the new system? Do you want to, you should, what is holding you back is an attachment to traumatic experiences from the past. This is this Hangman energy, but if you free yourself from that, that's the Tower, and the Tower is not a negative card. Queen of Cups, the Lovers are here. The foundation with the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups, and the Tower is clarified by the Tower is clarified by the Three of Cups. Look at that. These happy people are celebrating the Tower. And the Tower in this constellation, I mean, there's nothing wrong here, right? You get the Ten of Pentacles here, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. You immersing yourself in your own creation. There's the Ten of Pentacles again, right? Clarifying the Hanged Man, but the Hanged Man in the state of, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Hanged Man, subconscious energy to the Empress, to the Ace of Cups, and I'm going to, this is part of the reading, right? So you have a choice now, and you already made that choice. If you followed this video, this reading so far, if you're still resonating with this, you already made a choice. And I'm just here to tell you that you made that choice. Subconsciously, it's already done. It's already decided, right? Don't worry what comes next. You're kind of in between. You're in between looking back into the past, and you're in this moment where you say no more, and you release your trauma, you release your attachment to whatever went wrong, turning from the Hanged Man to the Empress, and the Tower hits, and that's a celebration when you say, oh, that old definition, all these labels, how you define yourself, how you understand yourself, label yourself. I'm this, I'm that, I'm da. That's egoic nonsense that is kind of holding you back from being the highest version of yourself. And the highest version of yourself is just you, here and now, seizing the moment, being the best and highest expression of yourself that you can be right now. There's only the eternal now. And all the concepts of the past, when we think about the past, we're actually in the present moment thinking about the past. So this is a very disempowering thing to look, to use or waste, not necessarily waste. We can learn from the past. That's very important. But if you're emotionally attached to something that went wrong in the past, you're spoiling the moment. You're how do I say this? You're wasting the moment, because instead of looking to the 3 cups in the past that went down, you can literally turn around and take these 2 cups. The overall energy of the foundation here was the 2 of Cups. There are your 2 of Cups. Take them. What is left is enough. Whatever happened, what's left is enough. Hanged Man to the Empress with the Ace of Cups. Let's just say that. That's powerful. That's beautiful. And that's reason to celebrate. There is a little overthinking energy about this, but underneath that, there's the Hierophant. The big advice that I got for you, you achieved something big time, victory, right? And now you deconstruct the old system. It's basically that moment, Michael Descent, that's Little Angel Oracle deck. You're basically in that moment of your transformation, caterpillar into butterfly. Think about that. Where you already the butterfly, and you're coming out of that cocoon. The cocoon is already open, and you're already out, right? You're already the butterfly. The cocoon is open, empty, because you're no longer in there. You're no longer in the chrysalis. You're already the butterfly, full-formed butterfly. Your wings are already unfolded. And you look at the cocoon, the chrysalis, right? And you look at it and you think, well, I spent so much time in here, right? I spent so much time in here. That's my tower, right? The chrysalis, the cocoon of the butterfly. That's your tower. That's this energy of, oh my God, I'm losing my caterpillar consciousness. What's happening, right? That's the moment where you're already fully formed. The victory march is there. You're already there. And now the question is, where do you go next? You're no longer the hanged man. You're no longer hanging upside down like the cocoon, like the chrysalis, like the butterfly or the caterpillar in the cocoon. It's open, you're fully formed, and you're about to take flight. So that is a fantastic moment to be in, and it's a reason to celebrate. There is the tower with the Three of Cups, right? And the tower is the chrysalis, is the cocoon. And you're already there, and everything is happening. And every now and then you seem to look at that cocoon and think, oh, that was my home for so long. I was living in there. You don't need that anymore. Because you're a butterfly, you're no longer a caterpillar. Michael Descent, joyful empowerment. My protective light surrounds you. Accept it and let it flow into your heart. May it balance your body, mind, and perceptions and bring you great joy. There is no separation. We are one, as is heaven and earth. I'm with you. I'm a reflection of your soul. Let us celebrate the joy of living and embrace the totality of who we are. Two souls within one beautiful spirit. You're much more than you know. You are the past, present, and future. Awaken to the empowering manifestation that is your true essence, and you shall experience pure joy. Beyond fear, there's only love. Beyond fear, there's only love. So let go of what happened. You're fully formed. You're through your transformation. That's beautiful. 2026 is beginning. It starts now. What I always talked about in your consciousness, when I talked about this in end of 2025, even in January, the energies of 2025 were still kind of having a hold on us, but now they're gone, right? Now you're taking flight. And you're taking flight with self-love, Philautia, self-respect, loving yourself, and just embracing that journey. What you have learned through your transformation is something that is beyond. It's just a gift, something that you have formed yourself, created yourself, and now you can concentrate on that. There's wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Immersing yourself in your own creation. You are your own creation. Hangman to the Empress is always such a powerful thing. I'm not sure if I'm making sense. I hope somebody's resonating with this. If you do, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. One animal, rebirth is assured. That's Bat Spirit number 5. Rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, that's your chrysalis, right? There's a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured, just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. For the very best elements of what you had to give up in the deaths of the old are still present in this new, amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of fate in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. Bat Spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from the chrysalis into your butterfly being and butterfly consciousness, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core, Ace of Cups. that spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark now, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Everything is, you already did, as I said. You already cracked the cocoon, the chrysalis. You already came out of it. You're already the butterfly. You're just still resting, sitting on that, when sitting on that shell, that empty shell. And you leave that empty shell behind. But you're already fully formed. That's a special reading. 2 quotes, maybe 3. Let's just see what comes up. Move and the way will open. That's pretty much on the tower. Move and the way will open. What else do we got? Oh yeah, don't try harder. Be gentle with yourself and go lightly. Again, movement here. That's all I got. That's enough. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm very happy for you. I hope it resonates with you. I hope you realize what a blessing that is. And not everybody makes it, right? Not everybody is making that transformation from the caterpillar into the butterfly. You made it. Congratulations. Now goodbye. That's all I got. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. I don't think you should check out the January, February reading. This is for you. This is beyond January, February. This is pretty much the start of 2026. Finally in this energy. Check out the yearly reading. I'm going to link this somewhere around here. And that's all I got. Now goodbye. See you soon. Ciao.